Hello everyone, it's Katie from Katie Malik Interiors. We are on the lockdown now, so everyone is advised to be working from home as much as possible. So during this very particular time, we'll be supporting you with videos, giving advice on how to best set up your working space to make it as nice, as comfortable, and as efficient as possible. So we talked about positioning your office, finding the best suitable space, considering different factors. Now we're going to be talking about comfort. Comfort is extremely important because if you're not comfortable in your working space where you spend probably on average 8 hours a day, this is going to impact your productivity. It's going to also impact your well-being. So what is comfort? Comfort can and means different things to different people, but there are several things that we can consider. First of all, very, very important is to be able to sit comfortably. So we see most of us perform their jobs sitting down, or when we're working on the computer, we usually sit down. It also depends on whether you find actually more comfortable to be sat down or to be standing. But even if you do like standing, still there will be probably times where you want to sit down. So one of the very important things is your chair, is to have a comfortable chair. Hopefully you will have a special office chair where you can regulate the height, you can regulate the tilting. Hopefully it will have armrests. But if it's not the case, and if you didn't manage to buy a specially office chair for this particular period in time, then you can also repurpose your dining chairs. Just make sure that the height is suitable to wherever you're actually sitting, whether it's a desk or a table. Sometimes you might want to help yourself with a cushion. Sometimes we do that. When one of our recent Instagram posts, you can see how Jo set up her working station, and she has a little cushion on the back. So whether you need more back support or you need to increase the height to sit more comfortably, you can use a cushion to do that. If you have some pretty cushions, that's great. Whatever works for you and whatever you have at your disposal. Another important thing to take into account, and what I see as a big part of the comfort, is also what makes you feel comfortable. So it could be little things. It could be having a flask by your side and knowing that there's coffee there or tea. Also maybe having a picture frame with a photo of your loved one or your family, or a landscape, something that makes you happy, that makes you feel comfortable. Obviously we're very social creatures. We don't respond too well to a complete confinement. Hopefully it's not gonna last very long, but having those comfortable, soothing things around us is going to definitely help us feel happy and feel good while working from home or staring at the screen all day. So think of the little things that make you comfortable as well. Make sure that your light is comfortable. Jo has touched on this topic while speaking about positioning. Whether you prefer more light or less light, or whether you want to change the degree of light while the day progresses, it's very personal, it's completely up to you. Just make sure that you don't strain your eyes for too long, and adjust the level of light to how you prefer it, how you find comfortable. There isn't one rule that applies to all. We're all very individual creatures, and comfort is very, very subjective. So now Joe will explore a little bit more, and will tell you a little bit more about how to achieve that comfort and how to make your home office, your working station, more comfortable.
Hello. I'm just going to add a couple of things to what Katie's already been talking about when it comes to comfort around your workspace. I'm going to talk about physical comfort and mental comfort. So by physical comfort, I mean to be comfortable in what you're wearing. So get up in the morning, set your intention, put on something you feel good in, that you feel comfortable in, but not necessarily something that you would wear for lounging around in the evening. You want to be able to differentiate between the two things, so you don't end up falling asleep at your workstation. Have maybe around you something like a throw or a blanket that's got a gorgeous texture, very soft and comforting and warming, that you can throw over you or over your shoulders or over your legs while you're working, because sometimes sitting for periods of time can make you very, very cold. And it's also nice to have lovely, soft, comforting things around you while you work. If possible, if you're not lucky enough to have a chair that's ergonomic and has all the bells and whistles, try changing your forms of seating during the day. I do, even though I do have office chairs. I have a lower back issue, so I do change during the day the way I work at my desk. I'm very lucky to have a desk that is adjustable, so I can go from just the normal sitting position right up to standing. So I have a chair that's just a normal chair that I put a cushion in the back, and then I have a desk stool that goes from normal position right up to standing, and I perch on it sometimes as well, which just helps take the pressure off my legs. If you don't have any of those things and you just have just chairs, dining chairs as Katie mentioned, or stools that you use in the kitchen, try and change them throughout the day. If you do use chairs and stools that don't have padding, maybe fold up that throw or blanket, or put a cushion underneath just to give you some sort of support while you sit there. And if you're lucky enough to have a laptop and you can move around, then maybe find a surface that is at standing height and that you can work on for a few minutes during the day, just to change the blood flow in your body. And also remember that every hour, get up out of your seat and move around, even if it's just for a minute, just to get that blood flowing. Dance, do some squats, do some lunges, or just go and throw a load of wash on and make a cup of tea, but just move. When it comes to mental comfort, I would say that I'm talking about stimulating all the senses while you're working. So on your workstation, on your desk, on your table, I always have something that smells really good. So at the moment I'm burning a candle by Just Jennifer, and it's called Feel Good, and it really does make me feel good. It's scented with bergamot and lavender, and it's a completely natural soya candle, and it really stimulates my senses and helps me be productive. Another thing that I always have on my workstation is something that's alive. So sometimes it's the dog underneath, which I I enjoy having my feet on him while I'm working, and it keeps me warm. But apart from that, having a plant or some flowers, something that again looks colourful and smells great, really helps me and stimulates me. I would say that the sounds that are about can really affect the way I work. So if we've got lots of noise going on outside, I like to play music in the background, or listen to comforting sounds. I have an app that I download, background sounds, that you can get some free apps that allow you to do that, and it's really comforting having that nice sounds going on or some music playing in the background. So that's what I basically mean about comfort, both mental and physical comfort. And with all those things together, it really promotes a productive and satisfying work day for me. So stay tuned, and we'll be coming back with some more posts. And we hope you love your space.